I never thought a joke could change the direction of an entire life, but tonight proved how fragile things really were. You look so comfortable, laughing like that while everyone else watches. I'm just standing here, wondering when I became invisible. It was just playful teasing, you'd say. The kind everyone does at parties when the mood is light and the drinks are flowing. But playful teasing turns cruel when it's always aimed at the same person, and never once balanced with respect. You'll tell me I'm reading far too much into this moment, that the wine is making me sensitive. I stayed quiet because I wanted to see if you would notice my silence before the room noticed my discomfort. I'm sure you thought I would smile and understand that you were just joking, not trying to tear me down. And I did smile, because I've learned that silence draws less attention than pain, especially when that pain is dressed up as humor for everyone's entertainment. And they all seem entertained, which is all that matters at a party like this, right? But what really matters is what happens after the laughter fades, and you're left standing beside someone you've slowly, carefully reduced to a punchline. You'll say I'm embarrassing you by bringing this up now instead of in private. But I was embarrassed the moment you shared a story. That was meant to make me look small in front of people who barely even know me. You always say I take things too seriously, that life is meant to be fun and spontaneous. But fun should never require sacrificing the dignity of the person who chose to stand next to you for years. I know you didn't think I would react like this or make such a big deal out of nothing. But that nothing feels very large when it's repeated often enough to become part of how others see me. People are starting to stare now, and I can see you wishing I would just stop before this becomes ugly. But the ugly started long before this moment. Tonight is just when it stopped being hidden. You're acting like you planned this, you'll protest that you just got caught up in the moment. But moments reveal patterns, and patterns reveal how someone truly feels when they think no one will challenge them. I can see your chest tighten. You feel exposed, cornered. That tightness. That's what I felt every time you laughed, while others laughed with you, and I just stood quietly beside you. You'll say you never meant to hurt me, and that I know that deep down. But intention doesn't undo the habit of turning your partner into entertainment. You'll insist this isn't the place to have this serious conversation. But it became the place the moment our relationship was used as material for applause. I can feel the whispers now, and you want the ground to swallow you whole. I wanted that same escape every single time your jokes landed and no one noticed how I shrank. You'll ask me to lower my voice, that this is turning into a scene. But scenes happen when the truth refuses to stay quiet any longer. You might even think I'm enjoying this, that this is some kind of revenge. It's not revenge. It's release after years of swallowing words just to keep the peace. You'll be sorry, you'll say, if it came across the wrong way, that it wasn't your intention. But sorry loses its meaning when it only arrives after witnesses appear. You'll feel like a villain in front of everyone. But I felt like a joke for so long, and no one noticed because I always played along. You'll say you don't recognize me when I speak with so much distance. I stopped recognizing myself when I realized I only existed in these moments to be laughed at, so can we leave now? Talk somewhere quiet before this gets worse? Yes, we will leave. But this conversation needed light before it could ever find quiet. You feel the night slipping out of your control, don't you? Control fades when respect is lost and honesty finally takes its place. You never thought humor could damage something we built over so many years. But humor becomes a weapon when it used to lift one person up by pushing another one down. Everyone here will remember this, and that thought terrifies you. I will remember the years that led to this moment far longer than this crowd ever will. You stand there so calm while I feel like I'm falling apart, you'll say. But this calm comes after realizing there is nothing left to pretend about. You'll need to know what I want from you right now. I want acknowledgement. Acknowledgement that this was not harmless and that respect is not optional. You'll be ashamed, and you won't know how to fix what just happened. But shame can be the beginning of change, if you allow it to teach you instead of harden you. This party feels suffocating. You want to disappear. I wanted to disappear every time I felt reduced to a story instead of a person. Are we still okay after tonight? Did something break beyond repair? We are standing at a crossroads where truth decides what survives and what ends. You don't want to lose what we built. I don't want to keep building on moments that slowly destroy trust. This feels like the worst possible way to learn such a painful lesson. But some lessons arrive loudly when whispers have been ignored for too long. You need time to understand what you did. Take the time, but don't use it to excuse what finally came to light. You never wanted to hurt me this deeply. I never wanted to accept being hurt quietly anymore. This night changed how I see us and how I see myself. It revealed things we both avoided naming for years. So let's leave before the music drowns out what we finally heard. We'll leave together, but we will not leave this unresolved. Because running would only delay what we can no longer ignore. Let this night be remembered as the moment everything stopped pretending. Thanks for watching. If you connected with this story, consider subscribing for more content that explores the deeper side of our relationships and experiences.